And hello everyone, welcome into episode number 10 of Matt's Sports Talk. Of course, this video we will be recapping all of the men's games that took place this past Saturday and previewing the upcoming games for this coming Wednesday night, 2 days from now. So without further ado, let's dive in. And I'm going to start with this matchup because this was a huge shock to, I think, a lot of people, including me. And of course, the matchup was Spring Arbor at Huntington. Huntington ranked 14th in the nation, coming off of a huge 2-point win at number 6 Grace, last Wednesday night, And now the last time these two teams met in Platt Arena, it was Huntington coming away with the win after a Zach Goodline 3-point shot at the buzzer. Spring Arbor was looking to avenge that tough loss. And that game was in the Crossroads League quarterfinals in the first round last year. And Spring Arbor did avenge that loss. They came away with a huge upset win, 62-58 against Huntington. And they held Huntington to just 25 points in the second half. Huntington on the season averaging at least 80 to 85 points per game. So obviously, that was a massive, massive achievement and a fantastic win for Spring Arbor under head coach Ryan Cottingham. And looking at the stats for Spring Arbor, they shot 46% from the field, so not too bad at all. They were just 18% from three. They were okay at the free throw line, 9 of 13 for 69%. Huntington got to the line 22 times, converted 17 of those for 77%. Now the difference for Huntington was Huntington shot 36 from the field compared to 46 for Spring Arbor, so there's your difference there. Huntington was slightly better from three at 23% compared to 18 for Spring Arbor. And looking at Spring Arbor's stats, first, you had Travis Grayson, 3 of 8 shooting, 2 of 3 at the line, 5 rebounds, 2 assists. Shane Reisky, 2 of 7 shooting, 2 of 2 at the line with 1 steal. Kevin Robertson, 5 of 8 shooting, 1 of 2 from beyond the arc, 3 of 3 at the line, 8 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals. Dante Favor had a really, really big game, 4 of 9 shooting, 2 of 3 at the line, 11 rebounds with 1 block. And Gabe Newhoff, 11 of 19 shooting with 4 rebounds, 1 assist, and 2 steals. And those were your stats for the visitors. The stats for Huntington, you had Max Gizzy, 2 of 6 shooting with 2 rebounds, 1 assist. Drew Goodline, 5 of 13 shooting, 3 of 9 from beyond the arc, 2 of 2 at the line, 5 rebounds, 1 block. Lane Sparks, 4 of 12 shooting, 1 of 4 from beyond the arc, 7 of 9 at the line with 7 rebounds, 1 assist. Landon Jordan, 4 of 5 shooting, 4 of 5 at the line, 9 rebounds, 1 steal, and 3 blocks. So really, really good to see Landon do well in this game. Jackson Paul struggled shooting, but he was 2 of 2 at the line with 3 assists and 2 rebounds. And then I alluded to Huntington, 36 from the floor, 23 from 3, and 77 at the free throw line. So that was your matchup there. The next matchup takes us to Goshen, Indiana, where the Maple Leafs were trying to get their first conference win. They played and hosted Taylor, and Taylor victorious in this game, 80-55. Now the thing for Taylor was, these two teams were tied at halftime, and Taylor outscored Goshen 53-28 in the second half. And for Goshen, they're obviously eliminated from the playoff contention. They're trying to get their first conference win of the season, and they fall to 0-16 in conference play with 2 games remaining. Meanwhile, for the Trojans, they go to 7-9, and they have now punched their ticket into the Crossroads League tournament with the win on Saturday. So under first-year head coach Austin Peters, Austin has done a great job with the Trojans, leading that. Now I know they're roughly at the 500 mark in conference. Depending on how the last 2 games go, they might finish 1 or 2 games under 500, but still, under a first-year head coach, they are still going to the Crossroads League tournament. So a huge congratulations to them. Austin doing a great job with this Trojan team. Obviously, I know I mentioned this before, but Austin came to Taylor from Arizona Christian. Arizona Christian has a fantastic program. They made a deep run in the national tournament this year. They're currently, I believe, 21-4 this year. So obviously, Arizona Christian should definitely be in the national tournament again this year. So obviously, you love to see that. You love to see coaches coming to new schools from the former school where they have achieved great things, and Austin definitely has done that coming from a great Arizona Christian team, coming to rural Upland, Indiana, and then leading his Trojans into the Crossroads League tournament in his first year as the head coach. Obviously, an amazing achievement, so congratulations to them. And looking at the stats for Trojans, they had a lot of guys that they played in this game that had some really good stats. So this might take a minute or two to get through, so just bear with me here, and we will get through it. And I mean, obviously, you love to see the stat book filled. So without further ado, Chaz Harvey, 1 of 3 shooting with 6 rebounds, 6 assists. Anton Webb, 4 of 5 shooting, 1 of 1 from beyond the arc, 3 of 3 at the line, 4 assists, 2 steals, 3 blocks, 6 rebounds. Jackson Olam, 3 of 4 shooting, 2 of 3 from beyond the arc, 2 of 2 at the line, 3 steals, 5 rebounds, 1 assist. Caden Furman, 4 of 11 shooting, 2 of 8 from beyond the arc, 2 of 2 at the line, 6 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steal. Nate Paulberg, 3 of 6 shooting, 2 of 2 at the line with a rebound and a steal. And off the bench, Kobe Funderburk, 2 of 6 shooting, which was all from beyond the arc, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal. Carson Miller, 1 of 3 shooting with 2 rebounds and 2 assists, with 1 rebound. Isaiah Day, 3 of 5 shooting, 2 of 3 from beyond the arc, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal. And then I alluded to Carson Miller, 1 of 3 shooting with 1 rebound. He was 3 of 3 at the line. And Pete Combs, 6 of 9 shooting with 9 rebounds, 2 blocks, and 1 assist. And Taylor shot 50% from the field, 40 from 3, so not bad at all. 76% at the line, 16 of 21 from the free throw line for 76%. Meanwhile, for the Maple Leafs were 8 of 12 from the free throw line for 66%. The Maple Leafs shot 37 from the field, 30 from 3, but they did have some really good bright spots in terms of shooting. DJ Bryant, 4 of 9 shooting, 1 of 2 from beyond the arc, 4 of 5 at the line, 3 assists, 1 steal, 1 rebound. Marcus Northern, 8 of 14 shooting, 4 of 6 from beyond the arc, 6 rebounds, 2 steals. Off the bench, Baron Oslin, 2 of 7 shooting, 1 of 5 from beyond the arc with 3 steals, 2 rebounds, 2 assists. Richard Wilson, 3 of 10 shooting, 1 of 2 at the line with 1 rebound. Savion Williams, 2 of 6 shooting, 2 of 2 at the line, 2 steals, 3 assists, 3 blocks, and 2 rebounds. And that was your matchup there. And the next matchup takes us to Fort Wayne, where the Cougars of St. Francis were victorious over the Knights of Marion by a final score of 80-72. And Marion shot 41 from the field, 32 from 3, 77 at the line. They got to the line only 9 times. The Cougars got to the line 27 times for 77%. The Cougars 59 from the field, 27 from 3. And looking at the stats for the Knights, Dylan Moles, 6 of 11 shooting, 4 of 9 from beyond the arc, 4 of 4 at the line with 2 rebounds. Gavin Foe, 3 of 8 shooting, 6 rebounds, 2 assists, and 3 steals. Aiden Franks, 4 of 12 shooting with 2 assists, 2 rebounds, and 1 steal. Rice Butcher, 4 of 11 shooting, 3 of 7 from beyond the arc with 3 rebounds. And Jackson Ames, 5 of 6 shooting with 4 rebounds and 1 assist. And Luke Carroll in 7 minutes of action with 3 rebounds, 3 assists, and 1 steal. For St. Francis, Brandon Northern, 5 of 9 shooting with 4 rebounds, 1 assist. Joe Reedy, 7 of 11 shooting, 1 of 2 at the line, 7 rebounds, 1 steal. Zane Burke, 1 of 2 shooting, 3 of 3 at the free throw line, though, with 6 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 steal. Luke Almodovar, 4 of 7 shooting, 1 of 2 from beyond the arc, 4 of 6 at the line, 3 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 block. And Isaiah Malone, 7 of 10 shooting, 10 of 12 at the line with 9 rebounds, 4 assists, and 1 steal. Robert Fry, the second, 3 of 6 shooting, 1 of 1 from beyond the arc, 2 of 2 at the line, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, and 1 steal. And that was your matchup there. And the next matchup takes us to Marion, Indiana, where the Wildcats of Indiana Wesleyan hosted the Cougars of Mount Vernon, and the Wildcats 98-76 winners here. The Wildcats got back to the 500 mark in conference for the very first time this season, 18-8 overall, 8-8 in the conference. The Wildcats set a program record 23 made three-pointers in one game, and that surpassed the previous record, which was 20 back in 2005. So a huge congratulations to head coach Greg Tonigal and company for picking up with the big win and for achieving that milestone. And of course, Greg does such a great job with the Wildcats. Of course, his associate head coach, Jeff Clark, also does an extremely good job, and the rest of the coaching staff as well. So looking at the stats for Mount Vernon, Milton Gage, 3 of 7 shooting, 2 of 2 at the free throw line, 4 rebounds, 6 assists, 1 steal, 1 block. Peyton Heist, 3 of 6 shooting, 2 of 4 of that was from beyond the arc. 2 of 2 at the line, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals. Trent Koning, 4 of 8 shooting, 1 of 3 from beyond the arc with a rebound and an assist. Bailey Conrad, 2 of 10 shooting, 6 of 6 at the free throw line though. 5 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal, 1 block. Carter Jones, 3 of 8 shooting, 2 of 2 at the line, 6 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 block. Isaiah Brown, 6 of 10 shooting off the bench with 2 rebounds and 1 assist. Devin Dreyer, 4 of 6 shooting, 2 of 2 from beyond the arc with 1 block, 2 assists, and 1 rebound. MVNU shot really good from the field at 45%. 33% from beyond the arc, so not too terribly bad. MVNU, though, a perfect 14 of 14 from the free throw line, obviously for 100%. And the Wildcats only got to the free throw line twice in this game, 1 of 2 for obviously 50%. And the Wildcats shot a blistering 56 from the field, even more blistering 57.5 from beyond the arc. And looking at stats, Bright Kari, 6 rebounds, 1 assist. Griffin Cleaver, 6 of 7 shooting, 2 of 3 of that from beyond the arc, 10 assists, 7 rebounds, 2 steals. Luke Brown, 6 of 11 shooting, 6 of 10 of that was from beyond the arc, 2 assists, 1 steal, 1 rebound. Marcus Ankney, 4 of 6 shooting, 2 of 3 from beyond the arc, 3 assists, 4 rebounds. Cademan Bontrigger, 3 of 8 shooting, 1 of 2 at the free throw line, 2 rebounds, 1 assist. Kyle Sanders getting his first action this season after coming back from injury. 2 minutes of action, 1 of 1 shooting, which was, you might have guessed it, which was from beyond the arc. Jackson Gold, 2 of 4 shooting, 1 of 3 from beyond the arc, 3 assists, 1 rebound. Matthew Brown, a redshirt sophomore coming in off the bench. He was another one coming back from injury this year, redshirted all the whole season due to injury, but great to see him back playing. 1 minute of action, 1 of 2, you might have guessed it again, which was from beyond the arc. Isaac Andrews, 9 of 17 shooting, 7 of 14 from beyond the arc, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals. Jake Smith, 4 of 5 shooting, 3 of 4 from beyond the arc. And Cliff Gashumba, 1 of 1 shooting with 6 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals in just 15 minutes of action for Cliff. And that was your matchup there. And the last matchup takes us to Mishawaka, where number 6 Grace traveled to number 10 Bethel. And for Grace, they were looking to avenge the tough 2-point loss to number 14 Huntington, and Grace able to achieve that 72-55, defeating the Pilots. And both teams now 13-3 in the conference with 2 games remaining in the regular season. Now, if these 2 teams both win out, then the number 1 seed tiebreaker would come down to the most recent RPI rating. And that most recent RPI meeting, the most recent RPI rating, I believe favors the Pilots right now, but I'm not 100% sure on that. But looking at the stats for Grace, they shot 45% from the field, so not bad at all. 28% from 3, 64 at the line. They were 22 of 34 from the free throw line. The Pilots 5 of 15 from the free throw line, converting for just 33%. So obviously that's a big difference there. And now the shooting was pretty near even for both teams from the field and also from 3-point range. But obviously the difference was at the free throw line. Looking at the stats for Grace, Ian Roush, 3 of 7 shooting, 3 of 4 from the line, 4 rebounds, 1 assist. Bryson Graber, 2 of 5 shooting, 1 of 3 from beyond the arc, 4 assists, 2 rebounds. Ian Scott, 3 of 9 shooting, 3 of 6 at the line, 10 rebounds, 4 assists, 3 steals, 3 blocks. Brett Sikafus, 2 of 4 shooting, 1 of 3 from beyond the arc, 3 of 5 at the free throw line, 2 rebounds, 1 steal. Gage Sefton, 7 of 14 shooting, 7 of 10 at the line, 5 rebounds, 2 steals, and 1 block off the bench. Carter Stolfus, 0 of 3 shooting, but he did convert 1 free throw. He also had 3 assists, 1 steal, and 2 rebounds. Justin DeGraff, 4 of 7 shooting, 2 of 5 from beyond the arc, 2 of 2 at the line with 3 rebounds. And Hunter Walston, 2 of 2 shooting in just 7 minutes of action, 3 of 5 at the line with 3 rebounds and 1 steal. And for Bethel, Austin Kripe, 3 of 8 shooting, so not too bad at all. 1 of 3 from beyond the arc with 5 rebounds, 1 assist. James Anderson, 6 of 8 shooting with 5 rebounds. And Trent Edwards, 4 of 14 shooting, 2 of 5 at the line, 10 assists though for Trent Edwards. He also had 6 rebounds, 3 steals, and 2 blocks. Preston Phillips, 4 of 7 shooting, 2 of 4 from beyond the arc, 1 of 2 at the free throw line with 5 rebounds, 2 assists. And Luke McBride, 5 of 10 shooting, 1 of 1 at the free throw line, 1 of 3 from beyond the arc, 2 rebounds, and 1 steal. Off the bench, had some good numbers from Bo Jacques with 2 steals and 2 rebounds in just 13 minutes of action. And so that was the matchup there. And then I alluded to just the free throw shooting just really hurt the Pilots. 5 of 15 for just 33%. Now, so that was all your matchups from this past Saturday. Looking ahead to previewing the games for Wednesday, number 10, Bethel will be at Spring Arbor. Mount Vernon Nazarene will be at Marion. And now for Mount Vernon and Marion, that is a big game because the winner of that game will officially punch their ticket into the postseason. If it's Mount Vernon would be in because of the head-to-head over Marion. If Marion wins that game, then Marion would punch their ticket in, be guaranteed to be ahead of Mount Vernon because of the common opponent tiebreaker with beating Indiana Wesleyan. And then, of course, Mount Vernon got swept by IWU, so that would be your tie-breaking scenario there. Huntington will be at Taylor. If Huntington wins and St. Francis loses to Grace, then Huntington would officially lock themselves into that number 3 spot, which was exactly where they were projected to be in preseason. So that will be your matchups. Huntington will be at Taylor. St. Francis will be at number 6 Grace. And then, of course, IWU will be at Goshen. And those will be your matchups there. And obviously, you look at the updated standings here very quickly. And I alluded to Grace and Bethel tied at 13-3. And if they both win out, then conceivably you could have it come down to the latest RPI tiebreaker, which again, I'm not 100% sure right at the moment exactly who that would favor between those teams. I mentioned a second ago, if Huntington wins against Taylor, St. Francis were to lose to Grace, then Huntington would officially lock themselves into that number 3 seed. For St. Francis, they need 1 more win out of their last 2 games to officially lock themselves into that number 4 spot. And the final home playoff game, Spring Arbor, on the other hand, Spring Arbor needs to win out, have St. Francis lose out for Spring Arbor to get into that number 4 spot. And for Indiana Wesleyan, if they win out, Spring Arbor loses out, St. Francis wins 1, then Indiana Wesleyan would move up to that number 5 spot and go to St. Francis next Tuesday in the opening round matchup. And then, of course, Taylor at 7-9. We know Taylor definitely is locked no worse than the 7 seed. Taylor could finish either 6th or 7th, depending on what happens between Indiana Wesleyan, St. Francis, and Spring Arbor. So obviously those games, all those games are going to be important moving forward, not just Wednesday night, but also on Saturday as well. And then, of course, I alluded to Mount Vernon and Marion. If Mount Vernon beats Marion Wednesday night, Mount Vernon would officially lock themselves in because they would have swept Marion, and even if Mount Vernon loses to Grace Saturday and Marion upsets Indiana Wesleyan, Mount Vernon would still be ahead of Marion because of the head-to-head. Whereas if Mount Vernon loses out and Marion wins 1, then obviously Mount Vernon cannot catch Marion. Or if Mount Vernon loses to Marion and somehow upsets Grace on Saturday, then of course, now real quick, I'm going to have to double check that, Marion and Grace, because I'm curious. Marion, they lost to Grace the first time, and yeah, they lost to Grace the first time, and they lost to Grace the second time. So actually, for Mount Vernon to make the playoffs, even if Mount Vernon loses to Marion, and Marion if Mount Vernon loses to Marion because they play each other. So if Marion wins that game Wednesday, then Mount Vernon would have to upset Grace at home Saturday and have Marion lose to IWU, and then Mount Vernon would still make the Crossroads League tournament via the common opponent tiebreaker with upsetting Grace because Marion got swept by Grace. So there's still a pathway for Mount Vernon to get into that final playoff spot. Even if they lose to Marion on Wednesday night, Mount Vernon would have to beat Grace at home Saturday and have IWU win at home against Marion, and that is how Mount Vernon could punch their ticket in. Or if Mount Vernon flat out beats Marion on Wednesday night, that's the other scenario where Mount Vernon would be in, and of course, and Marion would be out. Even if in that scenario, even if Mount Vernon lost to Grace on Saturday and Marion upset Iwu for the second time this year, then Mount Vernon would still be in that scenario. So those are your official updates on or recaps, I should say, from the games this past Saturday, previewing the games for this upcoming Wednesday, and then giving you a brief playoff update as well. So I hope this video was super helpful to you, and if it was, please like, comment, or subscribe to my channel. Again, any of those three options really help me out a lot, and I thank you so much for tuning in to this video, and I will be recapping all the games from Wednesday on Thursday, so make sure that you tune in for that. And then of course I'll be recapping all of the games on Saturday, wrapping up the regular season. I'll be doing those recaps here on YouTube coming up next Monday, and previewing in separate videos all of the playoff matches and exactly how the playoff scenario would work depending on who advances out of the quarterfinals next Tuesday night. So there's going to be a lot to talk about, especially next Monday after the regular season ends. And then of course before the start of the national tournament, I will be going back to my Spotify podcast website and recapping. Well, actually, I'll wait to do that until after all the Crossroads League tournament teams lose in the national tournament. Then I'll go back to my Spotify podcast form, give you a full season recap, where everybody finished, and who were, and that sort of thing, and really dive in more specifically to how each team finished and compared to where they were projected to be. Obviously, that's way too much information to have in just one video here on YouTube, so that's why I'll be using my Spotify podcast website for that. So I hope you will also tune in for that as well. Again, thank you so much for watching this video, and have a great rest of your day and week.